And welcome back. Today we are continuing our series Mental Health Moments with Rogers Memorial Hospital. Well, since 1907, Rogers has been providing mental health and addiction treatment in southeastern Wisconsin.
Later this month, they will be opening the third hospital in Brown Deer, and here now with more on that and what you can expect from a high-quality psychiatric hospital is Dr. Roger Lunn and Sue McKenzie. Welcome to both of you. Great to see you. You know, I think that just the idea of visiting a psychiatric hospital is kind of scary for people. They see stereotypes, maybe in movies or on television. But what can someone expect today with all the developments, with all the experts that you have, with the experience of visiting a psychiatric hospital?
Well, you're right. Most people aren't familiar with it. And most people approach a psychiatric hospital in crisis of some kind, either addiction crisis or mental health crisis. So their lives are in turmoil and they're scared. Quality psychiatric treatment includes, investment by a team of individuals, of people who want to be there to help. I mean, our team, which is forming very nicely, is a team of people who went into some specialty or subspecialty of mental health care because they want to. And so their investment in an individual who's seeking treatment is the first key. That trying to understand where that person is in their illness, in their life, is essential. And if that helps allay people's fear, that's great to know that these people are there because they want to help and they've chosen this career. Another really important aspect of good psychiatric care is understanding the context that people come from, so their family, their community, their culture. And that's the only way really that treatment and recovery can be provided and sustained. So our team on an inpatient psychiatric unit would want to connect with the family and try and connect with the resources to help bridge into the community as they return to their lives. And the other thing I think that people might not recognize about mental health treatment on an inpatient level is that it's a multidisciplinary team effort. So it's not all about a psychiatrist or nurses. It's a broad team, and that's one thing we're able to offer at Rogers is that we have experiential therapists, so people who do music or art therapy, movement. We have the nursing staff, of course, line staff. We have a chaplain program. There are many people working together to implement a treatment plan with goals developed with the patient. So I think that's a hard thing for people to understand. They haven't visualized it, and they don't know that this is, it's not seeing your psychiatrist and sitting around all day. It's being involved in therapeutic activities of multiple varieties throughout a whole day.
And I understand that the building that you're moving into in Brown Deer was an existing place. You kind of redeveloped it, transformed it into this location. For people who are, looking for a location around the city, why was that a good spot for you guys?
Well, it's in Brown Deer, so it's an area where there isn't this wonderful, broad care that Rogers offers, and accessible. Most of us know of the Culvers that's on the corner of Green Bay Road and Schroeder Drive there. If you just go left down past the Culvers, you're going to find this wonderful campus that is both this new inpatient hospital that, quite honestly, I'm so glad we're going to open it up to the public for 3 hours for people from all over to be able to come in with their children and families and celebrate recovery. Who would have guessed 20 years ago that we'd be coming to a psychiatric hospital, beautiful healing place to celebrate recovery? It's pretty cool.
And it's a good chance for people to see inside in a very non-threatening sort of way, too, to see how it works and what the experience would be like.
Absolutely. And when you come in, what you're going to be able to experience is this investment of the staff, also the investment in the building to create a healing place. And then the context, we're going to have community partners that offer mental health services throughout our community, because Rogers also operates in a context just like the patients operate in a context in their lives. So we operate in the community, and we've invited those community partners to come in and share their resources. And one of the cool things we're going to have are people who are living in recovery are going to be sharing their stories on and off throughout the day in really a celebratory way that, we've faced some mountains and we're doing well, and we're actually giving back to the community in that process. So it's going to be a fun day.
Yeah. I think for people to be able to come and see it is so important. I mean, there's been so many conversations conversations because of recent events in the last few years on mental illness and mental health, and how important it is to have that, to speak to somebody, to work with somebody, to have that under control. But there's still a lot of stigmas, and that's really why you do want to invite people to come in and see and understand better, right?
Absolutely.
And it's not just the inpatient services, there are other services you provide there too, right?
Right, so the hospital is on one side of the street and the intensive outpatient services are on the other side. When we say intensive outpatient, those are programs that maybe a child goes to school half day and then comes for 3 hours in the afternoon, or maybe it's a partial hospitalization, which is maybe 6 hours a day where they need more intensive, but they can sleep at home. So there's that kind of range of services, and people would be able to experience both of those environments.
It's fantastic. So the open house is coming up. I know you can, visitors are welcome between 1 and 4 o'clock. It's happening Sunday, April 26th, something you can put on your calendar. Again, in Brown Deer between 1 and 4, and throughout the afternoon, there'll be the behind-the-scenes tour. You'll hear stories of hope and recovery. You'll listen to local community groups perform. It'll be a fun and interactive day. You can also talk with the staff there. To find out more, you can visit rogershospital.org/hope. Thanks to
guys.
both of you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it.